Hey, Cavs fans, you guys are terrible, and you have been since LeBron left. Get the best player, figure it out later, and LaMelo Ball, he's the best player right here. The NBA Draft Lottery is less than 2 months away. The draft is in October, and I've got my newest top 10 NBA mock draft for 2020. At number 10, the Phoenix Suns select Aaron Nesmith, small forward out of Vanderbilt. Now, this kid can really shoot it. He shot 52% on three-pointers last year, averaged 23 points a game. He's a scorer, and the Phoenix Suns, they're building around Devin Booker for sure, and probably DeAndre Ayton, so you want as many shooters as possible. Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, they got them in the draft the last couple years. Haven't totally panned out yet. Nesmith has a chance to unseat both of them. At number 9, the Washington Wizards select Cole Anthony, a point guard out of North Carolina. Now, I know Wizards fans are going to say, we've got John Wall, we got Bradley Beal, we don't need another guard. But do you? John Wall coming off the major surgery. Bradley Beal could be on the trade block. Cole Anthony could be a foundational piece for the Wizards. I know he struggled shooting at times, only shot 40% on two-pointers last year, but this kid is a leader. He's got the pedigree. His father, of course, Greg Anthony, the longtime NBA veteran. I like Cole Anthony's upside. Great fit in Washington once you move on from John Wall. At number 8, the Charlotte Hornets select James Wiseman, a center out of Memphis. Now, everybody knows this kid coming out of high school was supposed to be the number 1 pick in this draft, but he only played 3 games due to NCAA nonsense. And then, of course, we've seen the transition of teams pivoting away from just a traditional big guy. They want guys who can shoot it, and Wiseman is a 7-footer who cannot shoot it, but he's an intimidating factor in the lane. I wonder, though, Michael Jordan has whiffed on a lot of big men in his time, dating back to the Wizards with Kwame Brown. I'm curious to see what happens here. Wiseman, though, if he falls this far, there's some value there. At number 7, the Chicago Bulls select Isaac Okoro, a small forward out of Auburn. He's an ideal 3-and-D guy, 6'6", long defender. There have been some comparisons of him defensively to Andre Iguodala. He's not quite there offensively yet. Only made 23 pointers last year, so that's room for improvement, but he's only 19 years old. A lot of upside. The Bulls, we know they're set in the backcourt. They really need that wing shooter. Otto Porter, they were hoping would be the guy. It hasn't really panned out. Maybe Okoro fills in for him 2 years from now. At number 6, the New York Knicks select Deni Avdija, a 6'9" small forward out of Israel. I know a lot of Knicks fans are going to get upset, but remember how upset you were after they drafted Porzingis. Look how that turned out. He was dominant before the injuries kind of curtailed his career. But Avdija, we're talking about a 6'9" guy who can handle and shoot it, really can create off the bounce. There have been some comparisons to Tony Kukoc. Don't read into the Luka Doncic comparisons just because they played in the same league. Avdija would be a great addition to a rebuilding Knicks franchise. At number 5, the Detroit Pistons select Tyrese Halliburton, a big point guard from Iowa State. Now, he's in the 6'5" mold of Andre Miller, who you remember had a really lengthy 17-year career. Never made an All-Star game, but did everything well, made players around him better. That's how I liken Halliburton to Andre Miller. He really is a great defender. He's long. He could probably defend the 1, 2, and 3. Offensively, the jump shot, not quite there yet, but I believe he sits behind Derrick Rose for a year, then takes the reins of the Pistons in 2 years. At number 4, the Atlanta Hawks select Anthony Edwards, the 6'5" shooting guard out of Georgia. Edwards is a pure scorer. He can really fill it up. I know he only shot 29% from deep this year, but every defense they faced, Georgia did, was designed to stop Edwards. He still averaged 19 a game, hung 37 points on a very good Michigan State team. I've had Edwards as high as number 1. He may be the best offensive player in the draft. Defense is a question. That's not ideal alongside Trae Young, but that Atlanta backcourt, woo, they'd be fun to watch. At number 3, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Obi Toppin, the power forward from Dayton. Toppin had a tremendous year, 7th in the country in player efficiency rating, shot 63% from the field. He's just a dunking machine. He kind of sort of reminds me of a lighter Amari Stoudemire. Now, Amari just overpowered everybody, but he was a phenomenal dunker. Toppin looked like that this year. Obviously, he's 20 pounds lighter. I think Toppin would be an ideal fit alongside Karl-Anthony Towns in Minnesota. At number 2, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LaMelo Ball, who played last season in the NBL in Australia. LaMelo Ball, crazy good talent. I mean, he can do everything. He's grown to about 6'7", so he's bigger than his brother Lonzo. He can be a good shooter, though he wasn't in Australia. He's a very good passer, good court vision, but playing in a system and structure, we'll see about that in the NBA. Now, I know Cavs fans are not happy with me. Jason, we have Darius Garland, we have Colin Sexton, we have Dante Exum, we have Kevin Porter. Where are we going to fit LaMelo Ball? Hey, Cavs fans, you guys are terrible, and you have been since LeBron left. Get the best player, figure it out later, and LaMelo Ball, he's the best player right here. And with the number 1 pick in the 2020 draft, the Golden State Warriors select Onyeka Okongwu, the forward out of USC, averaged 16 and 8 for the Trojans last year, top 10 in the country in blocks. He has a relentless motor. He essentially is, a young Draymond Green. And I think the Warriors, they're going to have options here. Okay, they could go small forward, they could trade back, they could go James Wiseman, the big 7-footer. But if you get Okongwu and put him alongside Draymond Green, teams are going to have trouble scoring. Okongwu can defend on the perimeter, probably can defend 3, 4, and 5. And with him and Draymond, plus Klay Thompson, your defense is going to be very good. I think the Warriors, if they get Okongwu, will be the 3rd best team in the West next season.